Welcome to our deep dive into the Omniverse theory and the mathematics of infinity.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty wild stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking multiple timelines, dimensions beyond our perception.
Right.
Even the idea that consciousness could shape reality. And get this.
Yeah.
We're going to discover how everyday objects, like a simple box, can help us unlock these cosmic mysteries.
It's amazing how these sources take complex concepts like dimensionality and infinity and make them surprisingly accessible. They approach it from different angles, but ultimately they all paint a picture of an interconnected reality.
Yeah, like in dimensional analysis of the center of time and the omniversal structure, it starts by breaking down dimensions using the example of a box.
Exactly. The source highlights how something can exist in all dimensions with perceptibly different aspects, just like a box has height, width, and length.
Right.
All different dimensions, but part of the same object.
That's a really cool way to visualize it.
Yeah.
So it's not that the box stops existing in one dimension and starts existing in another.
Right.
It's just our perception of it that changes.
Precisely. And this idea extends beyond spatial dimensions.
Oh, okay.
Time, energy, quantum flux, and even time-space itself can be understood as dimensions.
Okay, time as a dimension I kind of get.
Yeah.
But quantum flux, what exactly is that?
Think of quantum flux as the constant flow of energy and information at the subatomic level.
Okay.
It's the dimension where possibilities become realities and where the past, present, and future might not be as linear as we think. It's a mind-boggling idea, but essential to understanding how possibilities become reality in the Omniverse. We'll delve deeper into its implications later.
Wow. Okay, I'm starting to see how this all connects.
Yeah.
And then there are infinite dimensions, like more than we can even imagine.
That's what this source suggests.
Okay.
It proposes that every method of comparison creates another dimension. For example, think about how we use symbols to represent ideas.
Right.
Each symbol adds another layer of meaning.
Okay.
Another dimension to our understanding.
So language itself could be seen as a way of navigating through dimensions.
It's an interesting thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then there's the zeroth dimension, which the source describes as unconditional love. It's depicted as the pure potential of everything existing outside of time and limitations.
That's a beautiful concept, although a bit hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
What about the concept of a center of time? How does that fit into all of this?
The source describes the center of time as a point of singularity, impacting eternity the way a black hole impacts space.
Okay.
It suggests this point creates a paradox for reverse time travel.
Okay.
Approaching it could actually slingshot you further back in time.
So the closer you get to the center of time, the further away you end up. That's paradoxical indeed.
Exactly. But let's shift gears for a moment and explore how this idea of multiple dimensions sets the stage for something even wilder. The Omniverse. The Omniverse theory, a framework for understanding multiversal dynamics and divergence points, takes us on a journey through branching timelines, interconnected realities, and the influence of consciousness on the fabric of existence.
This is where things get really intriguing. This source paints such a vivid picture of timelines branching out, interacting, influencing each other, all stemming from these crucial divergence points.
Imagine a vast network of timelines, each representing a different possibility, a different set of choices and outcomes. And at key moments, these timelines can diverge, creating new branches of reality.
And these divergence points are influenced by consciousness, entropy, and some pretty complex mathematics, right? It's not just random chaos. There are actual principles at play, right?
Absolutely. The theory uses a mathematical framework to explain how these factors interact. It introduces concepts like entropy modulation, which tracks the level of harmony or disorder within a timeline, and nonlinear interactions, which capture the synergistic effects between different timelines.
Gotcha.
It's a bit like a cosmic balancing act, with timelines constantly diverging and merging, all while being influenced by factors like consciousness and entropy.
So our choices, our intentions, actually have an impact on the fabric of reality.
And it speaks to the interconnectedness of everything.
That's a lot of responsibility.
But before we get too bogged down in the equations, let's focus on a key takeaway. The Omniverse is this dynamic system where timelines are constantly interacting, diverging, and influencing each other based on a delicate balance of harmony and entropy.
It's like a constantly evolving tapestry.
That's a beautiful analogy.
With each thread representing a different timeline, all interwoven and impacting each other.
And this brings us to another fascinating aspect of the source material. Fractal topology and twisted loopbacks. Remember how we talked about infinite dimensions earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this source shows us that even infinity can have structure.
Oh, yeah. This is the one that uses that visual of a 2D grid with digital signatures, right?
Right.
It took me a couple of reads to really grasp it.
It's a dense read.
Yeah.
For sure. But stick with me here.
Okay.
Imagine this infinite 2D grid. Now, picture a point on that grid suddenly twisting and looping back on itself.
Okay.
It's like tying a knot in the fabric of reality.
Okay, I'm visualizing it. And this twisting motion creates these incredible patterns, like fractals, swirling vortexes, even knots.
Precisely. The source explains how this twisted loopback phenomenon, guided by a mathematical formula, can generate an astounding array of complex structures.
Wow.
It even utilizes the concept of a Gaussian distribution to create a fading effect as you move away from the center of the twist.
So are these twisted loopbacks just theoretical constructs?
That's where it gets even more mind-blowing.
Or do they have real-world implications?
The source suggests these concepts could have applications in fields like quantum mechanics, where they could be used to model non-local interactions, or in topological data analysis, where they could help us understand complex systems and networks.
Okay, I need a moment to process all of that.
Yeah.
We've gone from boxes to infinite dimensions, branching timelines, and now twisting, looping fractal structures. It's like we're peeking behind the curtain of reality.
It is.
And it's a lot to take in.
And the beauty is how it all starts to connect.
Right.
Each source offers a unique perspective.
Right.
But they all point towards this idea of interconnectedness, of patterns repeating themselves across different scales of reality.
That's an incredible thought.
Yeah.
So what does it all mean for us? How does this change our understanding of the universe?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
And our place within it.
If we are all interconnected through this vast network of timelines and dimensions, what does that say about the choices we make and the impact we have on the Omniverse?
Definitely food for thought. It's like we've been given a glimpse into the control panel of reality, but we're still figuring out how everything works. We've laid some serious groundwork here today, but there's still so much more to explore.
Absolutely, and that's what makes this so exciting.
Right.
The journey of discovery is never truly over.
Right.
Especially when we're dealing with concepts as vast and profound as these. But we've got to pause here for now.
Okay.
Join us in part 2. Where we'll continue our deep dive into these incredible concepts.
I can't wait to dive back in.
And explore their implications even further.
See you there.
See you there.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the Omniverse.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about all the mind-bending concepts we explored. In the first part, infinite dimensions, branching timelines, twisted loopbacks. It's a lot to wrap your head around. Yeah. But it's also incredibly exciting to think about the implications for our understanding of reality.
It's a true paradigm shift.
Yeah.
Challenging our fundamental assumptions about the universe and our place within it. But that's the beauty of exploration, isn't it?
Right.
The more we learn, the more we realize how much more there is to discover.
Exactly. And I'm eager to dive deeper into those connections you mentioned earlier. The patterns that seem to repeat themselves across different scales of reality. What exactly did you mean by that?
Well, one of the key takeaways from these sources is the concept of fractals. Remember how we talked about the twisted loop backs, creating those intricate patterns on the 2D grid?
Yeah.
That's a visual representation of a fractal, a structure that exhibits self-similarity at different scales.
Right, so the same basic pattern is repeated, but at different levels of complexity. Like how a coastline has a similar jagged shape, whether you're looking at it from space or up close on the beach.
Exactly. And what's remarkable is that we see this same principle at play in the structure of the Omniverse. The way timelines branch and diverge. The swirling patterns created by those twisted loopbacks. Even the concept of infinite dimensions, they all hint at a fractal nature to reality itself.
So you're saying the same principles
It is?
that govern the formation of a snowflake might also apply to the structure of multiple universes.
It suggests a level of order
That's pretty wild.
and
Yeah.
interconnectedness
Yeah.
that's truly awe-inspiring. It's as if the universe has a
Right.
particular set of design principles,
Yeah.
and it uses them at every level, from the subatomic to the cosmic.
Okay, that's starting to click for me.
Yeah.
But where does consciousness fit
That's a great question.
into this fractal picture of reality?
And it leads us to some even deeper implications.
Okay.
Remember how the Omniverse theory emphasized that timelines with greater harmony
Right.
or lower entropy
Yeah.
have more weight
Right.
within the Omniverse?
Yeah, it was like those timelines were somehow more probable or
Right.
stable. But how is harmony even measured in that context?
Like a complex concept.
Yeah.
And the source delves into some pretty advanced mathematics
Yeah.
to explain it.
Right.
But the key takeaway is that consciousness plays a role
Okay.
in shaping that harmony.
Yeah.
Our choices, our intentions,
Yeah.
they contribute to the overall entropy or harmony of our timeline.
So we're not just passive observers.
Right.
We're active participants in shaping the reality of the Omniverse. But how does that tie back to the fractal idea?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
We have individual consciousness,
Right.
but we also exist within larger systems of consciousness.
Right.
Families,
Right.
communities, even the collective consciousness of humanity.
Okay.
Could these different levels of consciousness be interconnected
Oh, wow.
in a fractal-like way,
Okay.
influencing each other across scales?
Like, are you saying that our individual choices could ripple outwards,
It's a compelling possibility, isn't it?
impacting not just our personal timelines, but also these larger systems of consciousness?
If consciousness itself has a fractal nature,
Wow.
then our actions, our thoughts, our intentions
Right.
could have far-reaching consequences,
Yeah.
influencing the harmony and direction of not just our own timeline,
Right.
but also the larger network of reality.
That's both empowering and a little terrifying.
Absolutely.
It adds a whole new level of responsibility to our actions.
Understanding these concepts
Yeah.
isn't just about intellectual curiosity.
Right. All right.
It's about recognizing our interconnectedness
Right.
and making choices that contribute to a more harmonious omniverse.
Right.
If reality truly is this interconnected tapestry,
Yeah.
then each thread, each choice matters.
That's a powerful thought.
It is.
It makes you want to think carefully about
Yeah.
the kind of ripples you're sending out into the Omniverse.
Exactly. But we're just getting started.
Okay.
In the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
we'll explore some even more mind-boggling implications of these concepts,
Okay.
particularly in the realms of quantum mechanics and cosmology.
I can't wait. I have a feeling things are about to get even weirder and more wonderful.
I know.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive.
Yeah.
We've explored dimensions, timelines, and the fractal nature of reality. Now get ready to see how these concepts could revolutionize our understanding of quantum mechanics and cosmology.
Right.
It's like we're taking everything we've learned and zooming out to the biggest picture imaginable.
That's a great way to put it. We're going to explore the implications of the Omniverse theory on the smallest and largest scales of existence. It's a journey that will challenge our assumptions and expand our understanding of the universe and our place within it.
Okay, I'm ready for the challenge.
All right.
Let's start with quantum mechanics.
Okay.
It's already a mind-bending field, but how does the idea of the Omniverse add to the weirdness?
Well, one of the biggest mysteries in quantum mechanics is the phenomenon of entanglement. That's where two particles become linked, even across vast distances,
Right.
influencing each other instantaneously.
Right, it's like they're communicating faster than the speed of light,
Right.
which Einstein called spooky action at a distance.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that makes you realize
Yeah.
there's so much we still don't understand about the universe.
Exactly. And for decades, scientists have struggled to explain how entanglement works.
Yeah.
But what if, instead of trying to understand it within the confines of a single universe, we consider the possibility of multiple interconnected timelines?
Wait, are you saying entangled particles are actually communicating across different timelines? How is that even possible?
Imagine those entangled particles as existing on different branches of reality,
Okay.
linked through a divergence point.
Yeah.
Their connection wouldn't be bound by the laws of physics in our universe,
Right.
because it's happening across timelines, potentially through those twisted loopbacks we discussed earlier.
So instead of two particles communicating across space in our universe.
Yeah.
Maybe they're connected through some kind of bridge in the Omniverse.
Right.
Bypassing the limitations of space and time as we know them.
Precisely. It's a radical shift in perspective.
Right.
But it could offer a solution to the entanglement puzzle. Suddenly those spooky connections don't seem so strange if we're thinking multidimensionally.
That's a game changer. So the Omniverse theory could help us solve one of the biggest mysteries in quantum mechanics.
Right.
It's incredible to think that the answers might lie in the interconnectedness of timelines. But what about cosmology? How does the Omniverse concept impact our understanding of the universe as a whole?
Well, for centuries, cosmologists have been grappling with the question of why our universe seems so finely tuned for life.
Okay.
The fundamental constants of physics, the strength of gravity, the speed of light, they all seem perfectly balanced to allow for the formation of stars, galaxies, and ultimately life as we know it.
It's like the universe was designed with us in mind.
It does.
Which is a pretty mind-blowing concept.
And it's led to theories like the anthropic principle.
Right.
Which suggests that the universe is the way it is because we're here to observe it. But the Omniverse theory offers a different and perhaps even more awe-inspiring perspective.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Okay.
How does the Omniverse theory explain the fine-tuning of our universe?
If there are countless timelines, each with slightly different physical laws and constants, then it stands to reason that some of those timelines would be hospitable to life, while others wouldn't.
So we just happen to exist on one of the timelines that won the cosmic lottery, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't designed for us specifically.
Right.
We just happen to be in the right place at the right time, cosmically speaking.
Exactly. It's not that our universe is uniquely designed for us.
Right.
It's that we exist in a timeline where the conditions are right for life to emerge.
Right.
In other timelines, things might be vastly different.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like finding a planet in the Goldilocks zone.
A perfect analogy.
Not too hot, not too cold, just right for life. Except we're talking about entire universes in the Goldilocks zone of the Omniverse.
And it highlights the sheer scale and scope of what we're discussing. We're not just talking about multiple universes.
Right.
We're talking about a vast interconnected network of realities.
Yeah.
Each with its own unique set of possibilities.
Wow. Both humbling and awe-inspiring.
It is.
To think about our place within this infinite web of existence. But with so many possibilities, so many timelines branching out, what does it all mean for us? How do we even begin to grasp
I think it reminds us
the implications of the Omniverse?
that we are part of something much larger than ourselves.
Right.
A cosmic tapestry woven from countless threads of possibility.
Right.
And each choice we make, each action we take, adds to that tapestry.
Yeah.
Contributing to the ever-evolving story of the Omniverse.
It's a powerful thought.
It is.
It makes you want to be more mindful of the choices you make, knowing that they could have repercussions across multiple timelines. It's almost like a call to action to be more conscious of our impact on the grand scheme of things.
I agree. It's a reminder that we are all interconnected, and our actions, no matter how small they may seem, can ripple outward, shaping the reality of the Omniverse. It's a humbling and inspiring thought, and it challenges us to be more compassionate, more understanding, and more responsible in our interactions with each other and the world around us.
It's been an incredible journey.
It has.
Exploring these mind-blowing concepts from the smallest particles to the vast expanse of the cosmos. We've delved into dimensions, explored branching timelines, and peered into the very fabric of reality.
We've only just begun to explore the implications of the Omniverse theory, but I hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and left you pondering the infinite possibilities that lie ahead.
I know I'm walking away with a renewed sense of wonder and a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of everything. And if you're feeling even a fraction of that awe and inspiration, then we've accomplished our mission.
Keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep your mind open to the infinite possibilities of the Omniverse. There's always more to discover, and the journey is just beginning.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Omniverse. Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and keep reaching for the stars.